Lily for 3. We got Joseph Bryan and Dennis Stewart out there in the B final for their 8-year-olds coming through. Love Not Money, Harry Ives in the mix in 3. But looking good at the moment in time, coming through this B final for 8-year-old boys. None other than the 828 of Joseph Bryan, still Dennis Stewart. And the 12 fan out, that is Josh Abbott with Harry Ives going down that last straight. But the winner, Joseph Bryan out of Cornwall.
Right, A final up next. For Tiverton and Team Audio Sport, Taylor Sampson. Factory Team Bikes, Lucas Craik. Derby S Squared, Jack Gretton. Full Speed Double Cross, Finley Todd. Birmingham BMX, Josh Barsby. JR Bicycles, Alexander Talbot. The Old One, Mini Twitchett. And Big Daddy Pure, Jacob Murray. What? Here we go with the 8-year-olds heading down that straight. Twitchett and Murray, elbow to elbow. Twitchett moves over slightly and he's going to lead him into turn number 1. Murray didn't get the best charge. Oh, somebody's blown it. Going into turn number 1. Now it's getting busy. Finley Todd's in there in that 3 spot. Fire lines are in there in 4. That'll be the other rider. Not quite sure who it was. I think it was Joshua Barsby. But Twitchett, Murray, 1 and 2, Todd's in there in 3, the 27, Jack Gretton in there in 4, in and out that final turn, Rupert Twitchett, Mini Twitchett, heading down that straight for the win, Murray's in there in 2.
Big final 9-year-olds coming down here, who we got at 5 plate out there, Billy Cox looking good, 2 guys battling out, Ben Curling's in there as well in 2. But looking good, Billy Cox from Tiverton and Team Audio Sport leading out the B final in the 9-year-olds. We'll pick up the other place riders coming through. It is Ben Curling in 2 and the 403 of Ben Avery out of Exeter in the 3rd spot. But Billy Cox picking up a B final win in the 9-year-olds here at Manchester day 1. Lining up on the gate, the A final for the 9-year-olds from Derby Squared. Bradley Vickery. For Bad BMX, Nathan Dupree. For Urban Air BMX, Chance Edmond. From Leeds, Aaron Brannan. For Team Bunnies O'Neill, Jay Boville. The British champion for Fine Lines Racing, William Good. From Burnham, Jack Hawkins. And last but not least, Full Speed BMX Double Cross national number 1 from Manchester here on his home track, Ethan Duffy. Here we go, who's out there all day long. He's been in the whole shot position. Don't know if he's lost the race all day, and he is back out there again. Ethan Duffy showing these guys the way around the track. He is flying. Jay Boville, I think he's in there as well. Team Bunnies O'Neill in the house. Coming round, Jack Hawkins as well. But this guy has been on it all day long. The national number 1, that's why he is picking out round here on his home track. Doing it for Full Speed BMX Double Cross. Coming down the last straight, taking it will be Ethan Duffy. Jay Boville will be in 2. And it looks like Jack Hawkins will pick up 3.
9 and 10-year-old girls B final heading down towards us. Isabella Howard from Nuneaton, but it's looking like the 3. It is Isabella heading for turn number 1, the 4 plate. That's Isla Harvey on the inside, working her way through. The 5 is Louise Beck. She's out of Kiwahara and Green Machine. Katie Cosgrove's in the middle of that lot as well, as is Molly Cranshaw from Preston. In there in about 4th spot at the minute. Isabel Hallam in 1, Isla Harvey in 2. Louise Beck in 3, Molly's there in 4, Katie in 5. Grace Bryceland in there in 6, Tutus in 7, Megan Higgins in 8. And it's towards that line. 9 and 10-year-old girls, a final for Manchester. Love Not Money, RSD Sports. Kirsten Dillon. For BMX Widow Photography, Emily Clinch. For Preston, Lauren Anion. For Gospel, Ellie Junker. For Mid-Lanks and Fine Lines, Emma Jeffers. Psychopath Industries, Lydia Webber. EA Pure Addiction, Emily Hutt. And Derby S Squared, Serenity, Ralph. Right, here we go. Emily didn't get the best of starts. It's looking like Serenity leading it into turn number 1. Emma's in there in 2. That looks like Ellie Junker in there in 3. So Hutt has got a lot of work to do. She's in there in 5 at the minute. Lydia Webber in 4. Lauren Anion in 6 at the moment. But out front it's Derby S Squared, Serenity, Ralph. Looking for a win. Can Emma Jeffers haul it back? Emily Hutt's there in 5. Putting it out the final turn. Serenity, Ralph. Derby S Squared heading down that final straight. She's going to hang on, take that win. Emma Jeffers in 2.
Jaden Cooper Nelson leading out for Derby Squared in the 10-year-old B final. Checking him out in there, we'll pick him up. But Nelson looking good at the moment, coming on round. But taking the lead, the 10 plate of George Revel out there at the moment. And the 7 gone in the second is Morgan Whiteley. So coming on round, looking good. Revel going to take the win in the B final for 10-year-olds. Lining up on the gate, the A final for the 10-year-olds. Redmond Rockstar, Luke Schreiber. Factory Team Bikes, Travis Wilson. Love Not Money, Matt Gilson. Full Speed BMX Double Cross, the British champion, Keon Smith McDermott. From Mid-Lanks, Matt Baptista. For Get Racing, Chad Harwell. For Fine Lines Racing, Oliver Cope. And the world number 2 for FTB and Gosport, Ethan Craik. Gate goes down, a 10-year-old A final. Who's out to show? Craik looking good at the moment. Craik in the mix, out in the lead. Keon Smith McDermott and the 12 plate. Looking good of Oliver Cope. But Ethan Craik is absolutely ripping it up out of turn 2. In the A final, here at Manchester, Keon Smith McDermott in 2, Cope in 3 as they come round the last corner. No one's going to get near Ethan Craik. Factory Team Bikes racking up a win, making it look easy. He will take the win. McDermott in 2, Cope in 3. Evan Watson out front in this one, the 11-year-old's B final. When he finds the sheet. Nick Olsen, Frankie Monks, Morgan Turner, Connor Cassidy, Tom Stokes, Alex Reed and Callum McCafferty. Watson in 1, Cassidy's in there in 2, Olsen's in there in 3, the 13 plate is Tom Stokes. He's in there in 4, the 35. That belongs to Alex Reed. He's in there in that 5th spot. Connor Cassidy taking the B final. Right, 11-year-old A final on the A plate for Preston, Harvey Howard. Fine Lines in Birmingham, Ashton Cross. Bournemouth have got Jack Bodman. Preston, Alex Rhodes. EA Pure Addictions, Matt Hutt. UK Bike Store, Connor Hedges. Bournemouth and Big Daddy Pure, Colby Joyce. And for Mid-Lanks, Joel Clark, the Card Shark. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Heading towards turn number 1. It's looking like Joyce on the inside. Here comes Joel Clark. Oh, this kid's been sweeping since he was about 8 years old. Harvey Howard exits right. Was Ashton Cross, he's looking for a way through and can't get it. So, Clark, Joyce, Hobbs looking for a way past as well. It's going to come down to the final straight. Hedges is in there in 4, Bodman's in there in 5. Final straight action. Joel Clark, Matt Hobbs. Is Clark going to hang on? This one's going to be close. Midlands are going to go mad. Whoa! So close. The final 11 to 12 girls out on the track at the moment. The Baker Payne, Hines, Doral, Matthews, Hawkins, Arena and Parrish lean it out. Who will pick it up as they come through? Leading this B final 5-8-3 on the plate. Out there at the moment, looking like Hannah Baker with Isabel Hines in there as well in 2. Coming out the last straight. Wrapping it up, Hannah Baker on a home track. A final now. For the 11 to 12 girls, world number 7, Haro Bikes, Imogen Hill. For Team Bunnies, Elisa Bradford. For Dirt Sport, Ellie Featherstone. For Leeds, Emily Brannan. For Birmingham, Darcy Taylor. For Redditch, Libby Smith. For Leeds, Tara McConnell. Full speed BMX double cross, 3 on the plate. Elena Stafford, a final, 11 to 12 girls. Who's in the league? A low shot coming on through, looking strong at the moment. Looks like could be Smith and McConnell going at it neck and neck round this corner. It is McConnell out there at the moment. Tara McConnell out of Leeds, looking good. Libby Smith in there as well. Elena Stafford. See Darcy Taylor in the mix as well. But leading it out. It is Tara McConnell, the 5 plate in there as well. Of Libby Smith in 2. McConnell, here comes Smith on a charge. Did a high-low round the last corner. Oh, what a move. She's going to take the win, Libby Smith. Karen and in, we're back on it now. B final 12-year-olds. Oh, it's tight round here. 3 guys neck and neck coming out of that corner. Reece Deans, Ryan Brooks, Joe Parr and James King. All in with a shout. Looks like Deans at the moment leading it out, looking good for GT Click Sargent. 4 plate in there, James King in 2nd. But it's all about the 3rd spot. Gonna be tight. Jack Gordon Stables picking up the 3.
Right, A final for the 12-year-olds. Derby S Squared, Tyrell Cooper Nelson. Love Not Money RSD, Finley Mead. Full speed, double cross, Jacob Watkinson. Big Daddy Pure have got Oliver Rowe. Sinead Reedham, Decoy, Ethan Squibb. Braintree, you've got Charlie O'Grady. Doncaster and Ultimate BMX, Nathan Woods. And for Manchester on the treble 6, Mason Chidley. Right, 12-year-old A final heading down towards us. Chidley's on the inside, working his way to turn number 1 in front. So Chidley, Woods, 1 and 2 rolls in there in 3. That looks like Nelson in there in 4. Finn Meads looking for a way past and can't get it. Chidley out front. He's on the treble 6, playing the number of the Beast, and the Beast is winning. Jacob Watkinson, he must have took a tumble because he's way back. But Chidley, 7 or 8 bike lengths up on Nathan Wood. He's going to go through and take it. Wood for 2. Wouldn't like to say you got 3.
Big final coming down a hill for 13-year-olds. Who's picking out Josh Peters in the mix for EA Pure Addiction coming in this first corner. Got the 5 plate in there with him, but Josh Coppin tight as they go over that jump out of the first corner. Josh Coppin in the 2, Peters in the 1. Coming out of turn 2, still Peters looking good for EA. Coming in last corner, Coppin still on the back wheel, the 3rd place for 10 plate, Owen Polder. Oh, Coppin's made a move. Going into the leads, Coppin looking good. He'll take the 1. Peters into line up at the gate. A final for the 13-year-olds for Derby Squared. Make some noise, people. Cameron Poulter Fine Lines Racing, CJ Darby. For Team Maybo UK, Lewis Locker. The UCC BMX, Callum Edwards. Big Daddy Pure UK, Dan Blanche. Team Bunnies O'Neill, Lewis Barrett. For FTB, Finn Hall. And ladies and gentlemen, the world champion for Factory Team Bikes, Mr. Ross Cullen. He goes down a final for 13. And the world champion in now, out in the lead, looking good. 3-8-4, Finn Hall in. Preston 1, Preston 2. Ross Cullen, way out there at the moment. Watch this guy, he is poetry in motion around the track. Check him out. He's in there, Finnall's in there with him as well. And the 17 plate of Callum Edwards having an amazing day in the third, in the A final. But coming down, the two Factory Team Bikes guy getting a double. Ross Cullen and Finn Hall.